Are we live? Yeah. There's 20 people. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay. Yeah, really warm welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's so lovely to have you all here joining the class. And you're early as well, which is great. So if you come to the Buddhist Center, you'll know that but at this stage in the class, the teachers would be holding a Dharma bowl and a Dana bowl rather, and greeting you as you come in. So you can maybe imagine that you're walking through the doors of the LBC. So yeah, my name's Anna, and I'm one of the yoga teachers here. And we've got Dani Tar in the background, who's going to be helping with comments. And then we've got Shradagita, who is helping. Well, she's the camera woman today. Yeah, so how many people have we got at the moment? Got 22. Oh, that's so nice. Has anyone said hello yet?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Pippa. Yeah. Oh, it's great to see you all. Yeah, so if you're already joining us, then do just make yourselves comfortable, as you would if you were in a normal yoga class. Clear your space, grab your mat, and I've got blocks because I'm at the Buddhist Center. You might not have blocks at home, and that's fine. You can use a cushion or even a rolled up towel, or just nothing. That's fine too. And one of the nice things about doing yoga at home is that you can be in your pajamas and no one minds. And yeah, you might be practicing on your own, or you might be practicing with a housemate or a family member. But yeah, as we come into this sort of imaginary virtual space, just do sort of bear in mind the people that are practicing with you, that we're all joining together to practice, to practice together. So we'll make a start in a couple of minutes. What is the time?
We've got 2 more minutes.
Got 2 more minutes. Okay, so that clock's slow.
There's Beth and
Oh, hi Beth.
Laura and Claire.
Oh, hi guys. Oh, it's so nice to see you all.
And Shay. Shay's come to every single class.
Oh, well done. Yeah, it's so lovely to to just know that the people who come here regularly are still keeping up with their practice at home, and also people that that don't or can't make it to the Buddhist Center here, that you're able to tune in.
Alice is here masquerading as her boyfriend.
Oh. Hello, Alice, masquerading as your boyfriend.
And Matt and Casper the dog and Dixie.
Oh, hi Dix. And Matt and Casper the dog. I hope that Casper the dog will be will be helping with downward dogs.
Mira says hello and thanks for doing this.
Oh. Hi everyone. Okay, so we've got we've got 1 more minute. So yeah, if you're just joining, really warm welcome. Just go ahead and make yourselves comfortable. You can start seated, or you can even lie down. And yeah, we'll make a start very shortly. So I've got Dani Tar in the background, just taking pictures for our Instagram. If you don't already follow us on Instagram, then you might want to think about following us. Our handle is at LDN Buddhist. At LDN Buddhist. Yeah.
Best ways to help us.
Okay. All right.
Buddhist is here as well.
Oh, hi Vidyadhaka, also becoming a regular to these yoga classes, these virtual yoga classes. Great to see you. Okay.
I hope he's not too disappointed it's not Shadagita.
Oh, yeah. Well, Shadagita's behind the camera being the camera woman today. Really great to have her. Okay, so yeah, we're going to make a start. So really warm welcome to everyone who's practicing this yoga class. My name's Anna, and I'm one of the teachers, the yoga teachers here at the London Buddhist Centre. And I'm here with Dani Tar and Shradagita, and Gauravati, the fourth, the other yoga teacher, is also tuning in from her house. So on behalf of the whole yoga team and also the everybody who's at the London Buddhist Centre, just really warm welcome. It's so wonderful to have you all here practicing together. So we're going to have a half an hour yoga class, and we're just going to start with a short sit. So we'll just go ahead and find a comfortable seat. So I've got blocks, so I'm going to sit on those. If you don't have blocks, you can sit on cushions or just on your mat. And then when you find your seat, you can just go ahead and close your eyes or have a soft gaze down towards the ground. And as you find this seat, this sense of settling through the seat, I'd like you to also have a sense of energy rising up through the crown of the head. So you've got this dual sense of being sort of grounded and connected to the ground through the sitting bones, and then also the sense of this energy rising up through the spine. And if you're just joining us, then really warm welcome. We're just starting with a short seated meditation, so just taking the time to just find a comfortable seat here. And as you come into a bit of stillness, and as you allow the eyes to close, just start to tune into just how you are this afternoon. So you might want to start with just checking in with the body and just noticing how it feels to sit here in stillness with the eyes closed. Just feeling the weight of the body on the ground. And then just noticing what the weather pattern is like inside. And just seeing if you can just allow space for however you are to be just as it is. Just give yourself a little bit of space, a little bit of time to check in. And just know that all the other people who are seated practicing with you, that we all want ourselves to be well, to be happy. And as we practice, could we do so with an awareness of the others in the space, in this virtual space? And acknowledge that as you want that for yourself, as you want yourself to be well, to be happy, to be free from suffering, so too do the others practicing here. They wish that for themselves, and they wish that for everybody else practicing as well. So although we're physically separated, we come together to practice. We're joining together in our practice. Just holding your fellow practitioners in your heart and mind. And then just start to notice the breath. Just noticing whether the breath is shallow or deep or somewhere in between. I'm just going to invite you to begin to gently lengthen out the sides of the breath. So we just start to smooth out the inhalations and the exhalations. So we're just drawing the breath in a little bit deeper. And as you breathe out, you're just letting the belly softly draw back towards the spine. So a nice deeper inhalation and a softer, broader exhalation. And then when you're ready, just open the eyes, bring the hands together in front of the chest. And as you breathe in, reach the arms up over your head. As you breathe out, make fists with your hands and pull the arms down. As you breathe in, press the hands away from you. And as you breathe out, bring the palms to touch back at the heart. Again, so as you inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale to draw the arms down. Inhale, press the hands away. And exhale, palms back together in front of the chest. We're going to take a few more rounds of this. So as you breathe in, you might like to imagine breathing in hope. As you draw the arms down, it's as though you're breathing out strength. Inhaling, it's like you're just deflecting any anxiety, any stress. And then breathing out, just bringing the hands back, like coming home. I'll just take that 2 more times. So inhaling hope. Exhaling strength. Inhaling, just pressing away anything that doesn't serve you. And exhaling, just coming back into your center. It's the last one on your own, maybe a little bit slower. Big press away. And hands back together. Lovely. And this time we'll come into a twist. So as you breathe in, reach your arms up. This time separate the hands. And as you breathe out, twist around towards the right-hand side. So take your left hand onto your right thigh, right fingertips down to the ground behind you. As you breathe in, find a long spine. And as you breathe out, just gently rotate the chest around towards the right-hand side. Good. And then on your inhale, come back through center, float the arms up. And then exhale over to the second side. So right hand down, left fingertips behind you, or just onto your lower back. So as you breathe in, you find a long spine. And as you breathe out, you just rotate the chest around towards the left-hand side. So breathing in, nice long spine. And exhale, just a little bit more rotation. Good. And then this time, coming up through center, take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, take your right hand down towards the ground. Breathe in to reach the left arm up. And then as you breathe out, take a little side bend over towards the right. And as you lean over, turn your chest a little bit down towards the ground. Reach over through your ring finger. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Good. And then when you're ready, coming all the way up through center. And then take it to the other side. So left hand down, right arm reaches up as you breathe in. And then over as you breathe out. So you willow over into that side bend. And then as you lean over, just turn the chest slightly down towards the ground. And take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Lovely. Okay. So from here, let's come over to hands and knees. And just take your blocks or cushion out to one side. Make sure the shoulders are more or less over the wrists and the knees are under the hips. And we'll just take a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you breathe in, just lifting the tailbone, dropping the belly, heart extends. And breathe out to round the spine, draw the belly in, let the head relax. So as you inhale, just lifting the chest, dropping the belly. And then exhaling to round the spine, draw the belly in, and just take a few rounds of the cat and cow, just moving in time with your own breath. So even if you only have a few minutes every day to practice, movements like this are so good for your spine. And I don't know about you, but I'm finding that I'm spending a lot more time sitting down than in my sort of everyday life. It's really important to just keep moving, even if it's just for a few minutes every day. So next time you breathe in, just come to a neutral spine, bring the big toes to touch. And then as you breathe out, come back into a child's pose. So hips down towards your heels, forehead down towards the ground. Just walk your hands a little bit further forward so you get more of a stretch underneath your arms. And then take the gaze through to between your thumbs and slide your way out onto your belly. So we're going to come all the way to the ground, hands under your shoulders, root down through the tops of your feet. As you breathe in, just find a low cobra. Roll the shoulders back, heart forwards. And then as you breathe out, slowly lower all the way down to the ground. And then 2 more times. So breathing in, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. So hands just lightly pressed down. And then breathe out, slowly lower all the way to the ground. Last one, inhaling, lift the chest, shoulders roll back. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Nice. As you breathe in, come back up to your hands and knees. And then this time, tuck your toes under and come back into downward facing dog from there. So lift the hips up and back, spread the fingers nice and wide. And you can just take a little pedal out through your feet here. So just finding a little bit of movement to help you find some ease through the downward facing dog. So making sure the fingers are spread nice and wide and really feel that connection between the hands, between the feet and the ground. So press the hands down, press the balls of the feet down. And just take one more breath in here. One more breath out. Good. And then we're going to step to a low level lunge. So step the right foot through to between your hands. Left knee down to the ground, untuck your toes. Just take the hands onto your hips and pull the hips a little bit back, a little bit up, and root down through the top of your back foot. And then from there, reach your arms forwards and up. Reach up through the ring fingers. And then exhale, take the hands to behind your back. Interlace the fingers and stretch the knuckles towards your back heel. Lift the chest. Take a breath in. And then exhale, hands come down towards the ground. Step back into downward facing dog. And just take a full breath in and a long breath out. Good. And then looking forwards, step the left foot through to between your hands. Right knee comes down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Come back with the chest and pull the hips slightly up, slightly back. Nice and strong through the back foot. Lift your arms forwards and up. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Take the hands to behind your back. Interlace the fingers and just stretch the knuckles back towards your back heel. Take a full breath in where you are. And then as you exhale, take the hands down towards the ground. And just step back into downward facing dog from there. Spread the fingers wide. Good. And then a few times between here and a plank pose. So as you breathe in, rock the weight forwards, come into plank, press the floor away. And then breathe out, just press up and back into downward facing dog. If you need to take the knees down to the ground at any point, that's fine. Couple more, breathing in. And breathing out. One more time, breathing in, pull forwards, draw the belly in. You're doing really well, everyone. And then breathing out, up and back. Downward facing dog. Good. This time, let's step the right foot through to between the hands and come into warrior two from here. So turn and ground your back foot and take the arms out wide. Okay, so nice big step between your 2 feet. And again, really feel the connection between the feet and the ground. Yeah? Oh, hi, Bantu. I hope he's practicing. So when you're ready, flip your palms. And on your in-breath, straighten the front leg, reach your arms up. And then exhale, come back into warrior two. So the breath is guiding the movement. Couple more times, breathing in. And breathing out. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Good. This time, keep the front knee bent, but come into a reverse warrior. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, just lean the chest a little bit back. Lovely. And then from here, inhale, come back into the T position. Straighten your front leg. And then exhale, come into triangle pose. Right hand down, left arm reaches up. Again, just connect back in with your feet. So spread the toes of the front foot. Press down into the front heel. Press down into the outer edge of your back foot. Good, and then pressing into both feet. Come back into that T position. And then last pose here, re-bend the front knee. We're going to come into side angle pose. But for this variation, drop the left hand down towards the ground. We're going to move with the breath. So big circle, inhale, reach the arm up. And then exhale towards your back heel. 2 more times, breathing in. And breathing out. You can follow the fingertips with your gaze. Last one, breathing in. And breathing out. This time, as you reach your arm forwards, just pause here. Yeah, so you can stay just as you are, or you can take your right hand to the ground or to your block outside your right foot. And just take a couple of breaths wherever you are, reaching over through that top hand, rotating the chest around towards the ceiling. Good, and then take the gaze down towards the ground. Left hand comes down. Step back into downward facing dog. And then a couple of times just between sides. On your in-breath, pull forwards into a plank pose. On your out-breath, take the knees to the ground and then lower the body all the way down. Inhale, just come into a low cobra. And then exhale, come back into downward facing dog. So we're going to take 2 more of those. If you'd like to take high to low chaturanga instead, then you can. So you breathe in, pull forwards to plank. Either the knees come down or keep them lifted. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale into downward facing dog. I'm going to go back to the first variation. So as you breathe in, pull forwards into plank. Exhale, either knees lifted or lowered. Come down to the ground. Inhale into a back bend. And then exhale into downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Just connect back in with your hands, with your feet. Good. And then we'll take the second side. So when you're ready, step the left foot through to between your hands. Turn and ground your back foot. And windmill your arms out to the sides. Again, just connecting back in with your feet. So nice and strong through the outer edge of your back foot. Good, and then on your breath, so as you breathe in, reach your arms up, straighten the front leg. And breathing out, come back into warrior 2. Look forwards. Breathing in, arms lift up. Breathing out. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Oh, wow. Hey, everyone. And then when you're ready, let's come into reverse warrior. So reaching up and over through that left hand. Right hand can just rest on your right thigh. Keep bending into that front knee. And then just leaning up and over. Good. And then when you're ready, let's come into triangle pose. So you might want to shuffle the back foot slightly in. Reach forwards and then down through the left hand. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Again, spread the toes of your front foot. Press down into your front heel. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Good. And then nice and strong through both of your feet. Come all the way back up into that T position. Rebend your front knee. And take your left forearm down onto your left thigh. Right arm reaches forwards and up. And then exhale, circles around and back. 2 more times. So breathing in. You can follow the fingertips with your gaze. Breathing out. Last one, breathing in. And breathing out. Just check in with your back foot, make sure it's still working. And this time, as you reach the right arm forwards, pause. Either stay where you are or take the left hand down to the ground outside your left foot. As you reach over through that top hand, rotate the chest around towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, right hand comes down to the ground. Step back into downward facing dog, or you can take child's pose. Good, and just once this time, so as you breathe in, pull forwards into high plank. Exhale, either take the knees to the ground or keep them lifted, lower down. Inhaling to lift the chest, shoulders back. And then exhaling, coming into downward facing dog from there. Good, and then from there, I'd like you to step towards the front of your mat and just come into a forward fold. I'll just turn around this way so you can see me. So have the feet around hip distance apart, soften the knees and just hold onto your elbows. Let yourself sway a little bit from side to side. Just allow the head to be heavy. Just feeling the ground underneath you. Nice, and then just releasing the arms down. Bring the feet together. Bend your knees and come into Utkatasana, chair pose. So it's like you're sitting to the back of a chair behind you. Yeah? So take a breath in where you are. And then as you exhale, bring the hands together in front of the chest. So we're just going to take a little twist here. So breathe in. And as you breathe out, just rotate the chest around towards the right-hand side a little bit. And then breathing in, come back through center. And then breathe out around towards the left. Breathe in, come through center, reach your arms high. Good. And then breathe out, come all the way up to standing. Release. Oh, thanks, Sylvia. Good. Okay. And then take the feet back to hip distance apart. We're just going to do a couple of half sun salutations. So with your breath, inhale, circle the arms up. And then exhale, bow forwards, hands towards the ground. Slide your hands up to your shins. Inhale to elongate the spine. And then exhale, fold, relax the head down. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Good, and then exhale, bring the hands together in front of the chest. And we're going to come into a balancing posture. So I'm taking this idea from Shraddha Gita's class because I was really inspired by it. So if you can see a tree in your vicinity, please turn to face it now. And if you can't see a tree in your vicinity, then you might just want to imagine your favorite tree in your mind's eye. And then we'll come into tree pose. So go ahead and shift your weight into your left foot and bring the sole of your right foot either onto your calf, or you can reach down and use your hand to bring the foot a little bit further up your thigh. Good, and then we're going to move with the breath if we feel steady. Yeah? Otherwise, you can use a wall or just keep the hands where they are. So as you breathe in, reach your arms up. Breathe out. Hands come down. Fix your gaze. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands come down. If you're wobbling, that's great. It means you've got reflexes. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Good, and then breathe in, bring the right knee into your chest. And breathe out. Foot comes down. Good, between sides. Breathe in, circle your arms up. And breathe out, come all the way down to the ground. Halfway lift as you breathe in, elongate the spine. And then breathe out, fold all the way forwards and down. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, hands together in front of your chest. Second side, so grounding your right foot down. Sole of the left foot comes somewhere along the inside of your leg. And if you feel steady, if the gaze is steady, if you're still breathing, inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, the hands come down. Couple more, inhale. Exhale. I'd love to know what your favorite tree is, actually. Mine is probably a willow. Inhale. And exhale. Although the cherry blossom trees are looking very beautiful at the moment. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Breathe in. Knee comes into chest. And then breathe out. 2 feet come down to the ground. Good. This time we'll come down to the floor from here. So breathe in, reach your arms up. Breathe out, fold into your legs. Halfway lift as you breathe in, elongate the spine. And then breathe out. Hands come down to the ground. Just pad your way back into downward facing dog. Last one. Good, and then as though you're surrendering to the floor, take the knees to the ground.
Max's favourite is an elm.
An elm, oh lovely. Forehead to the ground. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Good, and then when you're ready, I'd just like you to make your way over onto your backs and have the soles of your feet down flat, quite close in towards you. We're just going to do a few moving bridge poses. So as you press your feet down into the ground, inhale, lift your hips up, reach your arms back. And then exhale to lower down. Your hands and your pelvis arrive down on the ground at the same time. Inhale, lift your arms up. And then exhale to lower all the way to the ground. So it doesn't need to be the biggest back bend you've ever done. Just moving and breathing. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And then just pausing for a moment. You can walk the feet a little bit out towards the sides of your mat. Just let the knees knock in towards one another. Take the hands onto your belly. And just feel the breath in the body. That's really nice. Good. And then from there, just bring your right knee in towards your chest. Take the hands around the front of the shin. Just rock a little bit side to side. And then take the hands to the back of the thigh, interlace the fingers, and just start to stretch the leg up towards the ceiling, the right leg. So it doesn't need to be all the way straight. Yeah, and try not to let your shoulders hunch up. So allow the shoulders to be soft. You could even take your head onto a block. And then just a couple of times, nice and easy, just roll through your ankle. And then change the direction. And then just let your right foot come down to the ground. Just change sides. So left knee comes in towards the chest. Just a little rock from side to side. And just allow the breath to be soft and easy. And then just taking your hands to the back of the thigh, interlace the fingers, and then just a few times rolling through your ankle. I invite you to just bring into your awareness the other people that are practicing here with you. And let's all just bring the knees into the chest and just rock a little bit side to side. And then just take the arms out wide, cross the ankles, and just take a few more little rocks side to side. You don't need to let the knees touch the ground. Just gently releasing out the lower back. And just allow the backs of the shoulders to be soft, to be open. And then we'll take Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly. So inner edges of the feet together, knees are wide. If that doesn't work for you, if that doesn't feel good in your body, then you can just come straight into Shavasana. Otherwise, just spending a couple of moments in reclined butterfly. Seeing if you can allow yourself to give your weight to the ground, sort of yield, soften. And if you're really comfortable here, then you can stay as you are to close. Otherwise, just slide the legs out long and come into a final resting pose, Shavasana. And take the arms alongside you, close your eyes. And you might like to just let the mouth open and let a couple of sighs out of the mouth. And then just allow yourself to really soften into the ground. Mouth can close. It's almost as though the back of the body could start to make an imprint on the ground. As though you were lying in sand. You're really supported by the ground beneath. Now, if you'd like to stay a little bit longer in Shavasana, if you're at home and you'd like to stay a little bit longer, then that's one of the joys of practicing at home, is that your Shavasana can be as long as you like, your relaxation can be as long as you like. Otherwise, you can just start to gently wiggle the fingers and the toes. Perhaps taking a stretch of the arms up and back. And then just rolling over to your side. And just start to make your way up into a seated position. And if you're up in a seat, just let your eyes close. And I'm just going to finish with a short reading about trees by a poet I really like called John O'Donoghue. It's from a piece called Eternal Echoes. A tree is a perfect presence. It is somehow able to engage and integrate its own disillusion. The tree is wise in knowing how to foster its own loss. It does not become haunted by the loss, nor addicted to it. The tree shelters and minds the loss. Out of this comes the quiet dignity and poise of a tree's presence. So that's the end of our class. Thank you so much to everybody that tuned in. It really means a lot to us at the Buddhist Centre to have you all supporting. And as many of you know, we do run here at the Buddhist Centre on a culture of generosity, and we rely on people coming through the doors to our classes. Obviously at the moment that is not happening. So a lot of you do donate already. If you feel called to, then there'll be a link underneath the video on your screens. And we'd really appreciate that. There's 2 weekly yoga classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays at lunchtimes, and there are weekday evening classes every day of the week at 7 p.m. Meditation and Buddhism. So make sure you tune into those. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you have a lovely, lovely day. And thanks to Shadagita and Danita.